hair influencers and not hairstylists, and there's a difference. And it takes some like other ways to do that.
Welcome back to the Petty Parlor. Today we are going to be talking about getting your hair done by a hairstylist when you are a Black woman. It's been a struggle for us. Last few years, I would say, there's been so much talk on TikTok and on Instagram about different hairstylist horror stories when people are going to get their hair done, when they have an appointment, the deposits, the rules, all of the things that people are posting. The prices are sky high. And it just makes it so I feel like a lot of Black women now have like almost an anxiety about when we have to get our hair done. Like, who are you going to be able to get it done by? Are they going to be booked? How much is it going to cost? Are they going to give you attitude? Are they going to flake on you at the last minute? And it really should not be like this at all for us. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, I've had horror stories. I have PTSD because I've had horrible instances happen with getting my hair done by certain people, family members, actual salons, people's houses. You know, I've been scammed before. It's just like I've been through the freaking ringer. That's also why I have locks, because I was sick and tired of being sick and tired of getting my hair done. I was so over it. And I was like, I just need something that I can manage myself and not have to deal with. Because your hair it's a big part of like your appearance. And so it's like when we have to go through all these hoops and things, and we already get, even if our hair is dead, we already get judged. So it's just like more of that waiting on us, especially outside of like the beauty supply store. Like there's a crown axe, and things like that. Kids can't wear, Black children can't wear their hair a certain way. We get looked down for having an afro, being natural. It's just like this society looks down on us and our hair. And so we have so much pressure to do things with it that when we try to do things with it, the beauty salons are making it even worse. And it shouldn't be that way.
It definitely shouldn't. And also, it's not even salon. People who are styling hair in their house.
Yeah.
Just also, hairstylists. You're a hairstylist, period. When it comes to the Black community, I feel like, and I'm not saying this doesn't happen with white people, white salons, whatever. I don't know what y'all are dealing with if you're going through Becky and them. I don't know. Okay. But I'm telling you that for us, I feel like there is definitely a lack of professionalism when it comes to Black hairstylists. There is a lack of accountability as well. And I think that it really needs to be addressed. I think that we need to hold our hairstylists to a higher standard, and they need to hold themselves to a higher standard. I would never, as a hairstylist, do a lot of the things y'all are doing. Y'all are taking deposits for stuff and then not showing up. You are taking deposits and then being heck of late. And I understand not wanting to be booked and then have that person waste your time at the last minute and then not getting paid for anything. So I don't necessarily completely disagree with deposits, but for deposits to be like half the price of the cost of the hair or whatever, and that, it costs $300 or whatever, it's like $150. That's too much. For you to not.
And I gotta bring my own hair.
And
I gotta wash it.
Right. And I gotta wash it. And then y'all don't wash hair. It's crazy. Like, you don't wash hair before you get started doing stuff. All the prerequisites, you gotta come wash, you gotta come with your hair condition, you gotta come with the deep treatment that you already did in the hair. If you want braids, come with your hair already pre-braided.
Detangle your hair the night before.
And all this other stuff. And it's like, okay, fine, but then what are you here for? What I'm doing all this work with your hair pre-parted. And some of you are just clearly a scam.
Yeah.
Because I saw one person that was like, they were like, the cost for braids is $150 for individuals. If you want your hair parted, it's an extra like $50.
What else you gonna do? How else you gonna braid the hair?
How are you gonna braid the hair? It has to be parted.
I don't understand
what you're saying. Is the like roots of my hair gonna be an afro and then lead out to it? It's like, I don't understand like the logic here at all. And then you sent me a picture recently.
Yes.
What did that picture say? Because I would also.
Before I get into that, I want to get into the hair washing thing. I actually saw, because I have locks, I've seen so many locticians like say that they aren't including wash with their retwist. You cannot retwist locks without it being wet. The hair has to be damp to retwist. You can't dry retwist locks. Like, that is just, or what you're gonna do, just put a whole bunch of gel in their hair and then they have to go wash it the next day? Like, that has been the craziest thing I've ever seen. Not including the wash with locks and retwisting. Absolute insanity. And also, like, if your locks are beyond, which mine are now at that point, but like if they're past your shoulders, they charge you more for that. And I'm like, for retwists, I understand if you're doing a style, but for a retwist, when you're just washing my scalp and twisting my scalp, why does it matter how long my hair is? You don't touch the rest of the lock. When you're getting a retwist, you're just touching my scalp. And like, I get you have to like wash a little bit longer because the hair, you have to go down the shaft and dry or whatever, but this is the fucking scalp. Why would I pay more because I got super, and the way they have attitudes, if you come to there with locks and your locks ain't up here, the attitudes they have if you have long locks, don't let them be down here. They really have an attitude like, well, you didn't tell me that your locks are so long.
I have a lot of hair underneath my braids, and there are places that I've gone and gotten there. They been like,
if you got a lot of hair.
And you want to braid this, and then yes, all of it, yes,
yeah,
like yeah.
What else?
Do you want everyone to be bald headed just so you don't have to fucking work, bitch? Yes, braid the whole head. What are you talking about? Like, what are we doing here for real? So if you don't want to braid and you don't want to do this is not your professional job in an office, and shut the fuck up. I don't understand your like disgust with people, and I don't believe in. I understand what she's saying. I don't believe in charging length unless somebody's length is down to like their ass or something or whatever. It's super duper long. I don't believe in that. I think it's very stupid. You want everybody. The only reason your job exists is because people have hair. You want everybody to be bald-headed just so that you don't have to do any work, and it's really like some bullshit to me personally. And if you're a hairstylist and you feel like, well, it's really good, I don't care. I don't care. It's upsetting.
If you have to book me a longer appointment, you gotta book me a longer appointment. And y'all time management skills really need some motherfucking work. I'm sick of it. So sick of it because overbooking people, being an hour and a half late into the next appointment, like, y'all know. And if you don't know, like if it's your first time getting a client, I understand asking questions. Be like, hey, you got an appointment with me. Can you send me like what your hair looks like, natural? Can you do this? So then you'll know how long it's gonna take you. Because yeah, if someone's got, hair this long, the appointment might be like 3 hours. But if they got hair like as long as mine or down to their boot, that might be 5-6 hours.
Much longer.
So just ask questions so you can time manage better. Because as a client, you gonna charge me for being late, but I get nothing when you late.
Right. I have to suck it up, and especially if I gave you a deposit or something. And then all the stuff y'all are doing in between. Man, I'll never forget this day, but I scheduled someone to braid my hair. There was this African braiding place. This is in California. I scheduled for them to braid my hair because I wanted it braided before Christmas. We set the appointment up. It was fine. Now, I, in California, lived in the San Fernando Valley, and that is about a 2-hour drive in LA. Not because it's actually 2 hours apart. It's because the traffic is in shambles in LA, and that is our natural state of living. Okay. So it's 25 minutes away. But because of traffic, it is 2 hours and some change away. So I drove after work 2 hours and some change over to this place to get my hair braided, and I go, and then keep in mind, Christmas is on Thursdays. It was I don't remember if this was Thanksgiving, I think, because Thanksgiving is on Thursday. Anyway, so this was the Thursday or the Wednesday before Thanksgiving. I drove down there. I got there, that man looked at my head and said, oh, you wanted us to braid your whole head? Yes. And then he said, we're not going to be able to do that tonight. And I was like, the appointment was for right now. And he was like, we're not going to be able to do that. So then he was like, okay, we'll have to reschedule you for Friday. Keep in mind, I wasted my gas.
Right.
to drive down to this place and get my hair braided by these people. And so now I'm going to have to then spend another 2 hours back on the freeway going back home because you weren't responsible. So then at that time I was younger and more tolerant. Now I would cuss that person out and kick everybody's asses and never work with them again. But I was like, I'm gonna allow it for now. You know what I'm saying? So then
we get our backs put up against the wall.
Right. And I was like, I'm gonna allow it because I've never been to this place before, so I don't know if it's gonna be good. I don't know. So then I was like, all right, it's fine. I go down there the day after Thanksgiving and get my hair braided. And now at this point, like, I had that day off. So I had an early appointment, whatever the case may be. I got there at 8 a.m. 3 people braided my hair. Okay, 3. They stopped in the middle to have dinner with their
loved Jesus.
Okay. And I was like, okay. And they were like, are you hungry? No. I would like to eat my leftovers at home. You guys can finish. And then I was there until about 11 p.m. Now keep in mind, I got there at 8 a.m. Okay. And with 3 people braiding my hair.
Absolutely.
And I was like, listen,
it's not
my hair longer at the time, but it was not that. It was not that long for it to be that long of an appointment. And they should have been working fast. We had multiple people.
Even if you had Samson's hair, it didn't know what to do.
I was blown away by how long it took and just like the whole experience in general. And just so many experiences.
For that? No.
Right. And so many experiences are like that. I've had with people at their house. Once I went to this girl's house, I was drinking a protein shake, right? And that girl had a bunch of kids in her house. Well, so she's braiding my hair or whatever. I put my protein shake down on the ground. I looked down at her baby who's drinking my protein shake. I was like, your baby finna be
please.
Okay. Like, it just so many things back to back of people who have just not been professional, have
you don't know how to run a business.
You don't know how to run a business. And I need you to do something else with your life. If you're going to be this way,
go somewhere else. You can pick another lane.
Somewhere. You could do something else. You don't have to.
No, we are not forcing you.
Right. And that's how y'all treat us. You treat us like you don't want to braid.
Yeah. And you don't want to make money.
You don't. Like, it's crazy. But you want to braid as little as possible. And so you're going to charge people $600, $750. A lot of y'all are charging celebrity hairstylist prices, but you are not a celebrity hairstylist.
And my thing is, I think a lot of you guys want to be hair influencers and not hairstylists, and there's a difference. And it takes some like other ways to do that. Like if you want to be on the set, casting, doing things, but the hair influencer stuff got stopped. Like not everybody wants their hair posted on social media. Not everybody wants you to sit up here and be trying to. Why are you all done up and made up for my appointment?
Right.
Like, what are we doing? You know, so y'all need to really figure out what lane. If you want to be a hair influencer, get a couple of your little friends,
right,
and do their hair on camera and get that. And call it that. Don't be saying you got services and stuff like that.
Right. And there's some people who do a good job, like Desiree that does the hair or whatever in Chicago. And she was doing a good job. I think she stopped. She wanted to be a hair influencer. She won her business. And she only does her own hair now. I think I saw a video of her doing somebody else's hair the other day, and I was like, are you back now? Because you like, and you know, a lot of y'all, you're not thinking about the long-term consequences of stuff y'all are doing. And now we're calling y'all out, and people are putting these videos out saying like they want this person. And then some of y'all are keeping the hair as expensive as human hair is. Let me go somewhere and take my human hair bundles, and then you are trying to keep the hair that I paid for at your, no, absolutely.
And then the way y'all will gaslight people when it's really your skills that are the problem, but you'll be like, well, you had dry scalp, and you had flakes or whatever, so I couldn't grip it right. It's
that's why it looks the way that it looks or whatever.
Oh my God. Oh, it'll fall, you know, and like your curls, it'll be fine. It'll look like how you wanted that beach body wave. It'll fall in the night, and then you keep going for 10 years.
Right. 10 years, 65 years later.
Shit ain't dropping yet.
Shit ain't dropping yet. Curls are still like. So when you wake up,
it's a bug.
Okay, that makes sense. And the thing is, you don't like just say you can't do this. If I send you a picture and it looks and you're like,
so I can be somebody else.
Like I would just like to go somewhere else. You don't have to act like it's something that you can do. And
well, I've never done this before, but I'll give it a shot. No. I wouldn't go to a doctor that said that shit to me.
Right.
If someone was performing surgery, I wouldn't sit up here and be, if the doctor told me, oh, this is the first time I've done this heart surgery. Huh?
I'd be like,
I don't think so. Like, well, I'm gonna go.
Right. Okay. Who's next on the roster? Who got next on the
Who
surgery?
else is on shift?
Right.
Because it's not gonna be
you. Like, I'm not doing it. And it doesn't, it's so frustrating because honestly, like poor Black women with everything we have to go through with our hair and Black men too, and with the Crown Act and with everything, and then everybody treating us so bad because of our hair. Going to get your hair done should be a really good experience.
It's not.
But I've had some decent experiences, mind you. I'm not saying I never have. There was one girl, and there's one girl I went to her house. She braided my braids the way that I wanted them braided. She was so nice when I came in there. She gave me some fruit and some wine, and she gave me the remote, and she was like, put on whatever you want to watch. And I was like, this is fantastic. She had good prices. I had it took a long time, but I had very small braids. And so she took, it was so long, but my braids were tiny. But it was such a nice experience and all of that. And I was like, I'm definitely going to go back to her. When I tried to go back to her, that girl had disappeared. You just never saw her or heard from her again. I was like, I have no idea where this person was. I had another braider that when I first got out here, I was going to her all the time and really loved her. She had great prices and everything like that. But she had a lot going on in her life. She was moving around a lot to different houses all the time. And we sometimes forget to tell you, like, she moved. So now I'm going to your old house. We live in this new house now.
And why is it a maze to get to some of y'all studios?
Right.
They be like, well, you gotta go this door 3 times.
This bridge. Okay. All right. The password is little leprechaun. Okay.
And still don't be late.
Right.
Because if you're 5 minutes late getting through this maze, I'm charging you.
And then it's ridiculous. And then even with that person, it's like it got to the point where, and I brought this person clients and everything like that, but it got to the point where when I was trying to get my hair done and I would hit them up, they wouldn't be even responding for weeks on end. By that time,
no business.
I already have gotten my hair braided. I'm one of those people that when I have a good braider that I'm like, okay, I really want to be one of your regular clients, whatever the case may be, I'm going to you every single time without fail, and I take my braids out that night before and redone the next day. I don't like downtime in between my situation. Braids, back to back. So if I'm coming to you and I'm saying, hey, I'm about to take my braids out in about a week and a half, are you going to be available for the following day for you to do my braids? And you're not even responding. Like, it's one thing if you're like, okay, I won't be available that day, but I'll be available maybe the next day or something like that, because then I can plan around that. But if you're not even responding to me, well then, by then I've already taken my hair down and rebraided it myself, because now it's been 3 weeks since I first asked you, and I don't have that kind of time on my hands to be waiting for you to respond. So I'm having to let them go as well, because it just got to be where it's like, okay, does this person just not want to do my hair, or you know what I mean? So it's like I'm trying to figure out.
It's like, do I stay loyal to you? Do I contact five?
So I have to go somewhere else. I found it. I was doing my hair for a while by myself, but I'm 40. I can't be Salon. My back and neck and shoulders and all my body parts, everything.
Doing hair.
It's too much for me, and I just can't do it myself anymore. So I found another girl, and she was great, but then she was such a young sweetheart. She messed around and got pregnant, and then she moved back to her state, and she only done my hair twice, and then she moved back to her home state or whatever. And she said
the same thing. I found a girl I really like doing my locks, and she left that salon and went somewhere else. And she all the way in Maricopa. I was like, I can't do that, my friend.
So I recently found a braider. She's on Instagram, and I'm really excited. So she lives in the same city as me. So already I'm excited about that. But from everything that she's talked about on her um, TikTok and everything, I'm really excited about meeting this person and starting a relationship with her, as hopefully getting to be one of her regulars, and hopefully seeing if we can work together and I can finally have someone that's on top of it. I like everything that she's stated, and I'm excited to go to her. But a lot of y'all really have to please stop making this such a god awful experience for us. Like, I would really appreciate for you guys to act like you want business. Like, that'd be amazing.
Yeah, so going back to what Brie had asked me or whatever, I've been looking for a loctician, which you have to be a loctician to touch people's hair, okay? You do braids and stuff, it's not the same, honey. It's not the same. And so I was looking up people and stuff, because like I said, the girl that I was seeing to retwist my locks, she moved away and left that salon. So I came across one person's page, and they freaking thing in there said, if you have a cat, then don't come in. You will be kicked out or turned away if you have a cat in your home. And I'm like, first off, it wasn't written that clearly. It was like broken English kind of in the sentence. You got to infer what they were trying to say. But I was like, people can have cats to come in your salon? Like, I was like, so you've just eliminated a whole population of people.
Controlling what I'm doing in my own house away from your side. It's crazy behavior.
Absolutely crazy work.
And if you have some sort of allergy or something like that, then that person could have medicated. You need to take some allergy meds.
I don't put a humidifier in your salon and take allergy meds.
Because someone could just lie to you and be like, no, I don't have cats. Or they could have they may not have a cat, but went to somebody else's house before they came.
And they don't know.
They did have a cat.
And here you go.
And now look at you. Now your eyeballs and everything else got to fall out because you are out here depending on people to be like, no, I don't have cats. Or it's ridiculous. It's completely ridiculous
demands.
Like, I don't understand.
I saw that. I was like, I'm not searching no more. I'm so tired. But so that's like enough.
She sent it to me. I was like, what the fuck are they talking about? It was just so.
Because this was after I had saw stuff about not washing for the retwist, the hair length of the locks. This was just my final straw, people, to look at. And listen, y'all need some designers to do y'all sites and stuff, okay? These websites that y'all have are awful. I am a graphic designer. If you want me to do your web, you can commission me. I will freelance up because I want my Black women to come up. These websites are god awful, okay? And then y'all be saying, oh, I couldn't tell what the site said and this didn't go through and the payment. But it is not that hard, okay? It's also not that much money to get somebody to design your website. Please.
Also,
let people do it.
Squarespace and all those things
are all available. They exist. You can do this.
You can do this yourself.
I'd be up in here like, am I about to get a virus on my computer? Like, it looks so sketchy.
So many of these websites look so terrible, sketchy. And it just doesn't make any sense. And then on top of that, one of the things I've been noticing lately is that y'all are charging. I saw somebody that was charging. First of all, her prices were sky high, but she was a mobile braider. And I was like, still like, okay, I'm interested. I like how she was braiding. I like how small. Because and that's another thing. Stop pretending. Large ass parts with small ass braids is not small braids. Okay?
No.
Stop doing that. Okay? Small parts is what we would. Small, medium, large.
And they charge for, if you want a triangle parts, it was this much money. And then if you just want a regular part, it was less money.
That's what people are doing now. Triangle parts cost more money now. Because they're like, box braids. They're not box braids, they're triangle parts or whatever, which they do looking nice. But still.
It's not that hard.
It's not that hard. But y'all are charging money for that. Y'all are charging more money for, you're telling people, okay, well, hair, some of y'all hair is not included, some of y'all hair is included, but then it's sky high. But then on top of that, one girl, that girl that I said was mobile braider, keep in mind, altogether, the price of having her come to do my hair would have been like $450 or something like that. Then on top of that though, if you brought your own hair, charging an extra $25 or something per pack of your own hair that you brought. Y'all are trying to scam us. We are fellow black women and we are scamming us left and right for bullshit. And I am done with, like, I've been having braids.
And then y'all want to blame the hair, but you didn't include the hair. If you don't blame the hair that I brought and said it's cheap quality hair, but you won't provide the hair, what am I supposed to do?
That's another thing.
I don't know. I'm not the hairstylist. How am I supposed to know the hair?
I buy good hair, and I don't play games. And I want my hair to be looking right. If you don't know how to do this, just say that, okay? It's not because of the
communication skills. Awful.
Right.
Get y'all some business managers. I will be somebody's manager. Just tell me. I know how to run a business, please.
You gotta be better, man. We should be able to go to the hair salons and have a luxury experience there. I
should be able to relax.
Right.
But instead, I have an appointment coming up on Friday, and I am so stressed out about it. I'm through the roof. And it's every time I have to schedule something, and I only, did it. I could do the hairstyle that I want myself, but I'm tired. And I have big girl money.
Right.
So I would like to pay somebody to
pay you to do this.
Like, I don't want to spend my time because I'm much slower than you would be.
Exactly. Jasmine, no, when I'm braiding my own hair,
it takes her 45 business days.
I'm too tired. I only be braiding like 10 braids a day. So it can take me forever. And then I'll get to a point where I'll be like, as long as the perimeter's done, and then so I'll leave that alone for forever. It'll be taking me forever to do it because it's harder. It's harder on my body to do it. I have a damaged nerve in the back of my neck, and so every time I'm braiding my hair, that nerve be in shambles. And so I don't want to do that anymore. We just talked about paying for convenience. If you didn't watch that episode, go watch it.
Listen to that.
It's more convenient for me to go pay to get my hair done. And so I would like, as a person who's had braids all my life, I know how much braids should cost. Okay. Now, I'm not saying they should be cheap because it is an all-day affair when you're doing braids. I understand, paying like, let's say $300, something like $250, $300 for braids. That's a good price to me. Like, I would be like, yeah, that's perfectly fine. It's taken them 7 hours to do this or whatever. That's
if you divide it out per hour.
Right. That's about what I'm getting paid in my job, and I expect no less. So I'm fine with doing that. However, when y'all start getting up into the 500s and 600, I'm not here to pay your rent for your life.
I'm a regular ass person going to a regular ass job.
Exactly.
And I'm probably just trying to do this for one event. I don't need
I need you to just stop trying to live influencer life off of my money because I don't have it, okay, for you to be acting like that.
I just got two more things because I know we're running a little long on this one. But one, I would say I am a very spiritual person, so I believe that your head is your crown. And I don't, if your energy is off and your energy is touching my hair, I will have a spiritual reaction. I don't So some of y'all with these nasty ass attitudes and stuff, I will walk out because you're not about to put your bad energy into my hair.
My shit falling out for no reason. I
got bald spots going on. I'm stressed out. Now I've taken on your energy for myself. I don't know what's going on. I already got depression. I don't need your depression on top of my depression. Listen, so that's one of the things. And then the second thing I want to say is some of y'all women are trying to use this as a dating thing. Y'all really need to stop that shit. Cut that shit out, okay? Because y'all be sitting up here trying to steal people, man. When it's a black woman doing a black man's hair, y'all be flirting and kikiing and doing all this and trying to take somebody else's man and stuff. This is not a dating service. You need to be professional, okay? I don't care if that man, how fine that man is. Don't be up in there playing in his hair, whispering in his ear, blah, 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 trying to steal him from his girl. Y'all really be acting like...
First of all, mistresses in general are gross. Okay? That's so gross.
Like, if it was the opposite way, a man doing that to a woman, it's harassment.
Right.
Y'all are harassing these men.
That shit. Find some professionalism. You are running a business at the end of the day, and you need to act accordingly.
And y'all get all goofy and weird about if the man rejects y'all and does stuff, then all of a sudden you don't want it. We were at a bar, and the bartender was talking about how he had found a girl that was braiding his hair and he really liked her. And she just started ghosting him once he had told her that his girlfriend had a baby. And so she was like, oh, I ain't got no chance for him. All of a sudden she started ghosting him. I was like, what?
Terrible.
Yeah, that's just trash.
What was the other thing you were saying? I would like to see more professionalism, please. And I want for Black women to be able to have a better time with these things. And
I have a permanent scar in my scalp from a bad experience I had with the African braider. She fucked up my scalp so bad. It was bleeding. I still have a scar right there from her braiding so tight. Stop braiding so goddamn tight. If we tell you it's tight, don't keep going.
Right.
Loosen up.
And listen to what your clients are asking for. I have problems with constant migraines all the time, so I like my braids to be like, don't be putting this much motherfucking hair in every goddamn braid. Why are the braids so heavy? Why is it
the clips of life?
If you're using 6 to 8 packs of hair on one person's head, you're using way too. I'm talking about braiding hair. If you're using way too much.
Y'all need to be invested in hair care long term, not just having a good style for one time. Because people's hairs fall out from this stuff. It is serious, lifelong things, and you can be sued. Exactly. And I would sue your ass if you came across me and you gave me that thing that happened in my scalp. Had I not have been a child, if I was at this big age and that happened, I would sue her.
Listen, same thing for me. We should sue this lady. Back in the day when they had Wave Nouveau, that was like a Jerry curl with new. And I got that. I was a young type back then, just a wee child. Okay, the person who did my Wave Nouveau, and it's already chemicals in your hair, which is already terrible for you, smoking a cigarette while she did my hair. I kid you not. And that person should have been sued. Like, so stop doing those kinds of things. Oh, one last thing I wanted to mention is actually, I feel like there's 2 more things I want to mention, but I can't remember the other one. But one thing I wanted to mention, Jasmine was talking about bad attitudes and stuff like that. Please understand, some of y'all really don't think to yourself. People are vengeful, me included. I know where your salon is. If you're doing your hair in somebody's house, I know where your house is now. So if you, and I'm not saying me because I'm not gonna come up to your house and I'll just sue you. I don't but
I'm going the other way.
Right. Other people will come up to your house and bring people up there to fuck you up if you play these games with them or take their money or take their hair or take a deposit and then don't pay it back and all this kind of stuff. And if somebody's doing that to you, file a dispute with the Better Business Bureau or whoever you need to file with. Do not let these people, I don't care how much your deposit is, do not let these people keep your money and then never follow up and never do your hair or anything like that. If you are paying a deposit and your hair is not done because of something on the stylist end, you need that money back and you need to go through whatever channels you need to get that money back. Plus damages, because I shouldn't have had to go through all this. You should have just gave it back.
Yep.
Off of general principle.
Emotional distress.
Yeah, some straight up bullshit. So y'all are really wilding when you're doing stuff like that, and not thinking about the consequences that could have for you long term. And I'm really gonna need you to be better. Be better people, please.
I'm tired of being stressed out.
Yeah.
Just trying to get my hair done.
It's awful. Hopefully. So it goes well when I go get my hair done. We'll see.
Same for her.
So we'll see what happens. We'll let you guys know how the experiences went after. But yeah, let us know if you've dealt with something like this in the comments.
I'm sure, yeah. It's so popular. Every Black woman I know has a story about some hair.
So many. I have so many.
Okay.
So let us know about your hair horror stories and what you ended up doing if you ever found somebody good, especially in places like Arizona. It's very
please
hard.
hype up some people if you know.
Right. It's a very, very hard. But keep in mind, don't hype them up too much if that's your regular. Because then they're not gonna do it. And if you're a braider with a lot of regulars, keep them in mind for when you start getting a whole bunch of people, regardless of if you're a whole bunch of people are wanting, or paying more money or whatever the case may be. You got those whole bunch of people likely because of your regulars. Keep them in mind. Okay, don't be an asshole. All right, that's it. That's all I had. So for now, eat, drink,
Be petty.
bye.